As he approaches the mountain, a wave of deja vu washes over Vargas. He almost feels the phantom pain and exhaustion from the injuries that are now older than he was when he earned them. He sees a trio of figures walking out to meet him, and the deja vu doubles down. A sharp pain, like the onset of a migraine, makes him wince, and when he looks again, he realizes it's only two people. Desk and Braun, left behind to guard the clan elders all those years ago, weren't looking too young themselves anymore. But one good look at their builds and the way they moved, how they scanned the plains for threats, showed that they hadn't grown soft in the intervening years. If anything, they'd hardened considerably. Just like me, he thinks to himself.
Halt! Raise your hands.
Vargas stops and stands straight, keeping his hands at his sides. He's no longer these men's leader, but he's not their lesser either, no matter what they themselves may think.
He said hands up, exile.
Vargas smirks, begins to raise his arms, and then, with a shouted word, Bazewa Belnid, hurls his suddenly elongated right arm at Braun's still-sheathed axe. The warrior's eyes widen, and he tries to get his hand around the shaft, but he wasn't expecting such a move, and he was too slow. You think just because I've gotten old and battered I've gone soft? Big mistake. Vargas swings the axe sideways at Desk, but by now he's recovered from his shock. The warrior clenches his own fist, and suddenly a black, glowing blade appears in it, perfectly parrying Braun's axe. You've gotten quite a bit faster at summoning that thing. I'm impressed.
You've learned some new tricks as well, exile.
Vargas smiles again, and with another incantation, Dirk Ticken Dend, sends a powerful surge of electricity down through his extended arm, into the axe, and into Desk's black blade. He lets out a shout and jumps back, the blade itself dissipating into a thin trail of smoke. Braun bellows, going into a rage. He charges at Vargas, who deftly steps to the side. You're still too predictable. All that strength doesn't mean a thing if you make it too obvious a move. I know a little girl who could teach you a thing or two about how to really make the most out of a rage state.
Shut up, no clan.
The hulking warrior turns back and tenses himself for another charge, but before he can even take a step, Vargas lets out another shout, Kemet Kaz, and turns into a blur, almost too fast for the eye to follow. He reappears a few steps behind Braun, whose bare chest suddenly bursts open from an unseen slash. He drops to his knee. That's first blood on both of you. That should be more than enough for you to acknowledge me as an equal, at the very least. I didn't come here to fight, but I also didn't come here to be treated like some combination of a criminal and a leper. Regardless of what happened in the past, I was invited here by your leader, and I expect to be treated with the respect and courtesy reserved for a guest under the laws of sacred hospitality. Or have the two of you forsaken those, too? The two Kelids, still on their knees, share a look. Desk stands up, walks to Braun, and helps him up as well. The two turn to Vargas, and, after a brief pause, both go back down, right knee and fist on the ground in a bow.
Welcome back, sir.
We've missed you.
You have a strange way of showing it.
We weren't sure if it was really you, or if it was the man who left before the war. Now we are.
She said you'd come, you know.
Of course she did. And I'm sure she said it in a way that if I hadn't shown up, you'd still believe her. It's all parlor tricks. She has power, but true sight died with Eridan. Where is she anyway? Where is Fetganil? Where is my mother? This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
Welcome
back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that will make a hologram of your old boss just to disappoint you. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Felt that one. Ouch.
Yeah.
Right on this.
I'm going to get those TPS reports soon.
Hey.
Hello.
Just changing
Hi.
Shoud's voice in the background here. 'Cause that requires physical action. So, let's see. What happened last time? Our party journeyed back into the tanks of mutagenic gas, hacked open one, found more gas. Everybody turned on their masks except Asher, who just sort of used his invulnerable paladin fortitude to gut it out. They hacked open another tube and found more of the same. At this point, they were like, maybe 3 is enough for the time being. Kira sort of took a look around and saw maybe there's a way to turn these things off. So they went back up and they went to the nanite laboratory where they found an exposed power conduit they could use to turn on a whole bunch of machines. They used a couple batteries on that, powered up the room, and then found Sahasho, the invisible fella from the video, was still hanging out there. They managed to convince him that they also worked for his master Shoud, and they were here basically because he'd been given up on or forgotten about or something. He was pretty upset with Shoud, and he shared the information that Shoud came here in search of a dead body, the dead body of a green-haired android named Cassandra Lee, who had a big old hole right through her. And Shoud left with the body and left Sahasho there to guard the place. That was years ago, and Shoud hasn't come back. After the party got all the information they thought they could out of the invisible stalker, which is what Sahasho was, they promised to try to get Shoud to get rid of him, then built a hologram based off of copying a videotape and tried to mimic Shoud's voice and tell him he could go home. It didn't work. Everybody was sad. The party climbed out of the Aurora, which they finally got the name of, and figured out that they think they knew where the choking tower, Shoud's erstwhile hideout, probably is. About 50 miles to the east. That's where we are now.
And I don't remember if we clarified, Brixby crushed a knowledge Luke. In his, you've heard that name, Nis. Is he Technic League, or is he just some third party?
That would be on Mr. Shoud.
Yeah. Furcus.
I think now that you got the full name Furcus Shoud, because Shoud is such a common surname in Numeria.
Yeah.
There's just
Just one of the Shoud. Yeah.
Yeah, just XOUDs everywhere. Brixby did crush that check, and he knows that Furcus Shoud was a powerful wizard. And, he's years ago built a tower in the Dreamwood, which is now called the Smokewood because periodically giant puffs of black smoke start coming out of the top of the tower. He was a member of the Technic League, and it's not clear exactly if he's still with the Technic League or what, because he's had a low profile for years. Nobody's really heard from him. Probably holed up in that tower.
All right. Thank you.
So, should we head back to town and prepare for our trip east?
Okay, but if we see that newspaper guy again, let's ignore him.
We can at least let the Alderman or Red Fang know that, to the best of our knowledge, we've done what we could to ensure that the bad water over time may be healed of what has ailed it, and that there's no further danger to Iadenveigh.
We're going to drop off like a whole case of that purple dawn for all the ducks in the Badwater after what we did. And if American history's taught me anything, we just have to give them like 10,000 gold and we'll be cool in the clear and allowed to leave after causing the small ecological disaster in their town. So, I guess as we're heading back.
I was thinking about this a bit. That last gearsman mentioned the body of Cassandra Lee, and then we saw that Myrmidon. Do you think that was the battle? Or do you think it was Zhao? Just wondering, that's one of the most powerful things I've ever seen, just laid to waste.
You mean you think the battle was between Cassandra Lee and the Myrmidon? But they both
Possibly.
lost?
Could be possible. Maybe they killed each other.
Yeah, I mean, there were other, there were gearsmen and other things in there. Like, she could have taken out the Myrmidon. It might have very easily been Zhao. Like, he seems like a very inconsiderate and powerful wizard. So, like, I mean, I'm just, it's interesting because up until this point, like, I've just assumed she was alive, right? Like, I mean, alive as much as any of these things are. But I didn't really think that she'd already be dead.
Well,
And I know they can bring her back, but...
and that's what I wonder. I don't know that we have a clear timeline of these events. We know that the Technic League is looking for Cassandra Lee because they believe she stole a neurocam from inside Silver Mountain. Did that happen more recently? Did Zhao take her back to his tower and revive her in some way, and then whether she was on a mission for Shroud or not, then stole the neurocam and is now alive? I think we'll have to ascertain that. Maybe even Elias Zaleshi may have some insight as to when that theft took place, although she could be a low-ranking enough member that she might not know.
And additionally, Cassandra Lee could... They said body, but she could be, like Hellion or the voice. It seems like it's something more lives in the circuits. That's a good point, Asher. We should probably talk to our favorite Leshy.
Yes, I'm sure she's rather gorgeous, sitting there in the bell tower.
So you headed to the bell tower?
Not first, I wouldn't think. I would think we've talked to Red Fang or Elderman Gunnet first.
Which one?
Yeah. And we tell them what happened, and then we go to the
gather
bell
them
tower.
both together.
Which one are you going to?
We hang around. Hang around in
yes.
town until we see them together.
The elder men, right?
Are they not like playing cribbage or something?
They don't appear to
Together.
be playing cribbage. Perhaps one of them
Oh,
is
is it
too
Spades
young
Night?
for cribbage.
No, quick one by Elderman because he has elder
time
in
to
his name,
spotlight.
and then we can fang it up. Great. Let's linger on that, and here we go.
Yeah. If you
No, we're lingering.
head on over to the
we have
Elderman's
to?
house, he is, of course, hanging out on his porch. Always does. That's what people do when the frog is stage. And he's rocking in his chair, and he'll sort of peer out at you as you come that way, and he goes, "Thought we might have seen the last of you."
Can't not envision him as super old now. Like, I remember when Ovaltine was a circle. Like, that kind of...
Yes.
Terrible.
Old Circle Teen, as they called it.
They used to, then it got squished back in the war. We didn't have compasses.
Forest
those
used to be
days.
orange groves.
I like to think it's because they didn't have any copper for the Circle Teen tins for the war effort, so they made them out of steel, and for some reason they made steel badly, and they're
It's a whole
squished.
situation.
Like it's just a whole thing. I can't wrap my head around
canon.
it.
Totally can't.
Oh,
We should really explore this further. Tell me more about the Circle Teen.
Well, before Circle Teen, there was Circle Preteen. Before that, Circle Toddler. That was very wobbly indeed.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm a big fan of babies.
Well,
I just want to make sure they're cared for and loved.
well, Circle
Children of
Baby's
all
a bit
ages.
before my time.
So, like, was it made out of each of the designated age groups?
Of
Is
course.
that
What else would you
okay,
make make it out of?
Yeah, Asher would love Circle Baby then. Let's get a couple glasses. Let's go.
Soylent
We have
Circle
good
Baby.
news. We saved the town. I'm leaving. This party.
We did save the town,
Oh,
though.
no.
You're welcome.
Say what now? Save.
Yeah, it's
got rid
all
of the
good
bad
now.
water.
Go drink that up off the ground.
Well,
It's like okay water.
Pretty
At this
decent
point,
water.
I wouldn't call it good water.
We've begun the healing process, but it may yet take some time. Perhaps the druids, the trash speakers, may be able to better understand how quickly this is going to be, but we've discovered the source and neutralized it.
Well, that is very exciting news indeed. Did you find what you were looking for, or just happen upon solving our problem instead?
Oh, we still haven't found what we're looking for quite yet, but we did get some direction onto where to proceed.
Oh, that's good. It's a shame the Red Fang couldn't be out here to greet you. I understand he had quite a run-in with the Technic League spy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indubitable.
Everyone just nods solemnly.
Yeah, I don't know. Asher looks nervously at the blood on his autographnol and says, "Oh, I did hear something about that."
Boots that say property of spy. And then it's just like rubbing them off.
Just in an ill-fitting set of armor that's clearly not for a human man.
Nope.
Yeah, he says, if you're looking for him, he's over with Brother Dervish. I think he was injured quite badly.
What? Who? What? Who was in? What?
Red Fang was injured quite badly by the spy.
When?
Did she attempt to escape?
No attempt about it. Managed to break away from him. It buried an axe in his chest and ran off into the woods.
Well, that's not good at all.
What have
Yeah.
you been in the ground? This is the
Yes.
talk of the town. Yesterday.
Do you have a
all
newspaper?
Morning and
Did you send trackers?
It isn't though, unless Sam actually does have a newspaper.
Oh, of course I have a newspaper. Let me rustle through his various business papers on the porch and produce a copy of the Old Stag Daily for Rover the 13th, which, the headline is Riots in the Streets. The very disruptive four adventurers were at it again yesterday, friends, as they took to Heddick's lumberyard, where they started harassing our Varisian visitors. Not once to settle for purchasing tchotchkes from traveling artisans, they instead started a riot, chasing a poor, defenseless woman down and beating her nearly senseless in the streets before stealing her fashionable footwear for apparently no reason at all. Known incompetent council member Audrin Redfang Ashworth attempted to intervene in the kerfuffle, only to get himself horribly injured and allow the four ruffians to escape and lose track of the victim entirely. We are all, of course, praying to the old stag for Redfang's swift recovery, and for the apprehension of these wandering villains.
So, I know this isn't Galt or Andorin. What is your, amendment situation like? Your general constitution? Can we just go and, beat this guy with his own arms at this point, or is that, against the town charter?
I would, frown on that particular practice. I mean, he's harmless. He just writes what sells papers. You know how it is.
No, we're doing the harm in this
No.
this little hypothetical harming the press situation. But okay, how about this? Do you have the power to embed him in our group as a reporter?
I'm not sure that he would be willing to travel with you, since he has spent the past week or so writing about how horrible all of you are.
He'd be like
how you need to be apprehended.
He'd be like a
Thrown in
live
prison.
documentarian, some sort of news war reporter guy. Get real up and personal with us.
He may suffer some burns, but we'll do the best we can.
Good luck with that. I don't think he'll be a willing participant. And please, do not kill him. He is a valued member of our community, despite appearance.
Literally, why? I'm gonna need at least 3 reasons. Feel like we've earned that, honestly, at this point.
God.
Okay, that's fine. It's a rhetorical death threat. It's okay. It's
I hope so, because, you're not giving me a lot of reasonable doubt here, should he turn up dead later.
No. All in good sport. Although I wouldn't be opposed to releasing our own newspaper to have a fun press battle. Maybe we could even make a mini-game about that. See who we can influence in town. Spend a long time really drawing this out and establishing our own, good citizenry here in Iadenveigh. Maybe settle down on old Jevik's farm. Find some new pigs.
I don't see why you wouldn't abandon it and everything else you were working on and just do that instead. Sounds delightful to me.
Something to ponder.
This is now the slice of life AP.
Yeah.
That's the rest of the book, is just
Yay.
hanging out.
It should be pretty easy to track down the Technic League spy if she thought she could bury an axe in someone's chest and we couldn't find it. Surely she's not very good at hiding.
and to that point, you have capable trackers. I assume you sent them out after her.
Yeah, we do have rangers combing the surrounding area looking for her. They haven't turned her up yet, as far as I've heard, but it's early days yet.
And honestly, I was just going to say, for a bunch of technology-hating, small-town individuals, you have been incredibly open-minded about this, but no one else in the Varisian group has anything to do with this. We really need to clarify that it was kind of they're all benevolent tchotchke makers, including Leon Tchotchke, the best of all of them.
I don't know, that evil Dave, he rubs me the wrong way.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
You should talk to HR about that.
Is okay, I'll wait until we're all okay. We're good.
Good.
Is Red Fang up for talking? Or up at all?
He's in Brother Derviach's care, but you couldn't ask for a better
So he's
healer.
fine. Great.
He'll pull through. Magic and
Kira.
all those things.
Yes, I'm kind of confused about that. The brother was able to heal Brixby and I from really horrible wounds and parasitic infections and all that, like, almost instantly with his magic. How bad was this axe wound that Red Fang is still under his care?
It was what we in the business call a cutscene axe wound, so,
Pretty.
those are just brutal.
Rules don't apply.
And maybe there's a spark between the two of them, and Arjun's kind of lingering. Oh, I'm still not quite feeling better yet, and there's a whole will they, won't they? It could be fun. But Kira, I wonder, do you have a sorry you got hit with an axe in your chest while a prisoner escaped from your
I'm
custody
offended
sticker?
you would even ask. And I think by the time he said, sorry, you, she has produced the sticker that sort of unravels when you open your wallet and just sort of unfolds with the rest of the words. Yes.
Like it's a trifold sticker.
Yeah.
Accordions out.
I meant no disrespect to you, merely just my suspicion that the stalker Joanne's may not quite have been up to the task.
Nothing to say to that. Oh, yeah, you, Joanne's.
And Asher
people.
tips his hat.
So yeah, let's give the sticker to that guy.
Thank you for serving your narrative purpose. See you later.
Finger guns on his way out.
Have fun! Later. Y'all.
I will be buying that t-shirt. Also, the great Book 3 sticker.
God, I know.
Brother
All right, where are we headed?
Berksham.
We're gonna go yell at Red Fang.
I've fully forgotten the name that you gave us.
We gotta go to Berkshire Hathaway and yell at Red Fang.
Yeah, I was about to say Brother Berkshire.
Yeah.
Brother Brickstone.
There it is.
Brother Derviach, who's the priest of Erastil in the meeting house.
Yeah, we got a sticker to deliver, etc.
Show up and do the sign of the horns.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, antlers
Really
up high.
good rules. It's a little visual humor for all you people watching at home.
Once again, how is it you can see us? It's freaky.
That's the secret.
It's all the other Izzies in this chat.
No, that's the secret Patreon tier that we don't even announce. That if we'll live stream this and let you join the Skype.
The invisible
Yeah,
stalker.
but
tier.
just the Skype, not the Discord, so you just see us but can't hear anything.
Yes.
Only see, not hear.
Yeah, and not the Roll20 either, so you just get silent images
But
of
your
us
Skype
reacting to
username
things.
has to be Izzy.
One of the extras.
Just continuously adding more Izzies to the list.
I mean, we have a couple people that
It's
have
true.
aligned themselves with the Iz Nation inside of
It's
the
still there.
Discord. It could be any.
We won't name any of them directly.
Yeah,
This
where
would be the
are
time to spotlight? I was going to say
Oh,
this
we
would be the
deleted
time
our
to spotlight.
spotlight. It was in our
somebody
early,
uncomfortably
unless
from our
Craig was
Discord.
still recording. Today's spotlight was deleted, and so now it shall forever be a mystery, which is what the spotlight person deserves.
it's just
Well, if that spotlight person
Inside
liked better
water.
M&Ms, maybe we wouldn't have a problem.
That could be so many people.
MF said better M&Ms.
Yay,
Yeah,
Corey.
it's you, Corey.
Uncomfortable
You're our
spotlight of the
uncomfortable
day.
fixation of this episode.
Figured it out.
3-time Eisner Award winner.
But the true honor is being the uncomfortable spotlight. Of Pot Against the
Nice.
Machine, episode 109.
Giddy up 109. Smash cut to the meeting house.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
yeah, with all of us gathered around Red Fang, who I'm assuming is like in a medical bed with like IV drip going into him, and
Oh, of
'Cause-
course. He's wrapped up just head to toe in bandages, like that character from Doom Patrol. So, no, he's
Like you do for a
Negative
chest
Man.
wound.
yeah, yeah. He's just on like a cot they have over off to the side in the meeting house. He's got a blanket, but he's conscious. There's like a little table next to him. He's got a book and a lamp if he wants it. He'll look over when you come in and say,
You're back on the surface. I was afraid whatever was down there got you.
I mean this in the most kind and concerned way, but I believe we fared better than you did up here, my friend.
Yeah, it was not great. She was a lot slipperier than I thought she would be, and that screwed up.
where did she even get an axe?
She took my axe after she electrocuted me with her hands, and they still like a little flipperoo and stole my axe, and yeah, it was not my proudest moment.
Flash cut to the moment where she tricks you into saying, and my axe, and then hits you with it after.
Well, I'm sorry about your embarrassing loss. That sounds uncomfortable. Did she say where she was headed by any chance? As she might have, out of, I don't know, pride or spite?
She said like
Yeah.
a lot of obscenities, like a just disturbing number of obscenities, and she swore a couple times that she was going to kill all of you, but no word on where she was actually going.
We heard that she was headed into the woods, right? That's what we were told the last.
Yeah, she went into the woods, but did one of those disappeary doos. After that, it was tough to keep track of her. Got visible and me bleeding ground, all that stuff.
So I was worried she had like boof socks that we didn't take away under the boof boots. That
Nah, no more boofs that I saw, but bleed, unconsciousness, and all that good stuff. So maybe there was a later boof after I passed out, say.
But we actually have good news for you. Well, the gang solved the mystery of the Badwater here. So it's like on its way. It's like a reformed water now. It's soon to be okay, possibly.
My mom always used to say the water always gets worse before the dawn. So, similar to that, just don't touch it
Yes.
for a little bit and then touch it so much.
I think I understand. What was wrong with
Yeah,
it?
it was gross. Oh, it was so bad.
Technology.
Yeah.
It's just
Listen, I'm in no shape to get it for you, but if you dealt with the whatever it is that's been getting in our soil, be it ghosts or technology or clouds that murder, I want you to have something. Got a special bow up at the high home that you can take. It's very valuable. I know none of you are bow hunters per se, but it's a great bow. It's kind of a relic of Erastil kind of deal. I don't know, pawn it, learn to shoot a bow maybe like a real fighter. Who cares, None of my business. Point is you can have
Yeah,
it.
but can we lay it down and turn it into a perfectly mundane campfire? Sorry.
It would
that
make
was a great gift.
It'd make a bad campfire. Like, you'd be really wasting a lot of
value.
bow value.
Think I know what this is because there's one of these in Ruins of Aslant. If it's what I think it is.
This is.
No, I thought it was interesting the way you said learn how to fire a bow like a real fighter. That was quite the bow flex.
Well,
But
See, I thought it was kind of a low bow, as it were, but against all the fighters we have here. But
well, some people think like a gun could tie a bow.
I thought you were going to
but,
say it was a real PX90. You
know,
didn't.
you don't want him to just shoot you in this bed.
Just saying, the bow knows what the bow
Tie
knows.
bow. That's one.
So,
what's up, Billy Blanks? You are our one dude from our Discord that we're gonna uncomfortably focus on.
noted Pontiac's Machine Discord member Billy Blanks.
he's really, really excited to be here. Don't dox him, though. We won't tell anyone who Billy Blanks
He's there.
is, but know that he is here.
He's a bit of a lurker,
Yeah.
he's shy.
Yeah, he may be
After all those years
one
in
of
the
the other
spotlight.
Discord members who has a name with 2 B's in it. Is secretly Billy
Oh, man.
Blanks.
He was in a movie
What?
called
It's
Low Blow
like we
too.
knew.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that. It all comes around.
I appreciate your honed
Yeah,
in
that was
on the
nice.
game IMDb search.
Okay, so I'm guessing we're leaving Red Fang to his sucking chest wound
Yeah.
and
Kira will
kinda-
just paste the sticker over it.
What's the phrase? Thanks for serving your narrative purpose. And we back out of that reference.
So now we
All
have
right,
one more
well.
thing for Sam to throw at us in the middle of the night.
Later, y'all.
I wish you well on your recovery. And, we'll leave you two alone to the treatment.
Yes.
Yeah, Kira leaves another sticker that says, good luck with the treatment. The treatment is in scare quotes for those of you at home.
Yeah. And he just lifts one eyebrow. All right, we respectfully fade to
Respect.
black.
Yay, respectful.
Fade to black.
Listen, at Pot Against the Machine, we respectfully fade to black far sooner than anyone else. Only at the implication.
Oh, man.
I like that implies they just started making out while we were in the room.
I wanted him to fix my chest, but instead he reached my heart.
Some like
Oh, God. That's
Oh,
so
man, that is going to be
That's
a
the real
beautiful
reason
wedding
that it's
invite.
taking him
There's
so
a
long
little
to
bit of-
heal him too, so they have an
some
excuse to be
Coldplay in the
together.
background. Someone pulls down the surgical mask.
Nope, can't see it. We faded to black.
It was all yellow.
We can hear it, though. The Coldplay. Jeez, guys. So we go to High Home and be like, we're
This is
taking this
ours
bow. He said we can have it.
Just kick the door in and steal the
Give an
bow.
invoice.
Let's like tape a stick or two to the zero pistol and be like to sell this totally naturally occurring runs on antlers.
Now, I'm guessing the bow is one of those ones that lets you, like, consecrate things as a Erastal church, like it's a wandering Erastal church or whatever that one is. That's...
I don't know. We'll have
Is
to
it
roll
one of
spellcraft.
those?
You'll
Yeah.
have to roll spellcraft
Oh,
on
yeah.
the bow. Which
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Star wipe to the party at High Home. There's a bow hanging on the wall. It's been there the whole time, but you never noticed it.
Oh, Chekhov's bow.
Halloween gets a 26 spellcraft.
26 spellcraft. You were looking at spicy meatball. You were looking at a +2 construct Bane.
Oh, that's much better than I
Combo.
thought it was.
So sick. That's like what? Like an effective +4? Isn't Bane like a +2 enchantment? Or is it
Maybe.
a +1?
I think it's a +1. It just like
But
works
still.
as a +2 against things that it's Bane for.
I wasn't sure what the like enchantment equivalent is.
Yeah.
But that is real slick. I mean, can't really do a whole lot with it, but it's cool.
Of course we can.
Yeah, Bane's a +1 bonus.
I mean, ranged attacks. If Brixby wasn't small, like he could power that.
Yeah.
Got to get that Titan Mauler quad class. Yep.
True. What am I doing? Yeah, I gotta satisfy the let's hyper focus Crow's mention of who's multi-classing. Got to bring it to the quad class for our friend Crow T. Yeah, that's a
But
cool bow.
Asher and or Kira could definitely put that to good use.
Yeah, I mean, Kira, it's been a while. We gave you
I
a
do still
bow
have that.
at one point, right? But like you
Yeah, I
used
mean,
it maybe once in book
it's-
2, and then never again.
We use it against
that's
the
true.
Zill.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've
In the
used it a couple
Jumpy Doodle
times. It's
site.
come in handy
I mean,
when it needs to.
we've had a lot of, and that might be the highest level enchantment thing that we have too, which like, I guess at this point that doesn't really help us with the whole, well no, because that still doesn't help with the DR. Like we've been able to overcome hardness, right? But like this would also help with the DR thing too. Plus like, yeah, Kira is still pretty limited in her like, because you're still just doing D8 plus like, I don't even think it's a composite bow. So like this will at least give you
I think
some,
it is a composite
some
bow, but
zhuzh.
yeah, no, it's not.
And if you-
It's
It is
It's
a
a very
composite
disappointing
longbow,
number.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can just get some adamantine arrows
Yeah.
too, and then you overcome
Do they
the
have
hardness,
those?
and you're doing
I mean,
that
I think
bonus
she
2d6.
still has those.
Yeah.
I think she still has those
I also still
leftover
do have
human
that.
bane arrows that the previous owner
could
had,
shoot some
right?
humans.
If she ever has to kill Asher.
Zach says no. Don't kill Asher. Okay, so they respectfully faded to black. We've gotten this thing that they gave us, and now we're headed into the wood. Or are we selling?
Do we want to? Yeah, we want to like hand wave some selling. Does anybody want to buy anything cool before we leave? I don't really have anything that I need to buy. Oh wait,
Yeah, I thought we
Yes.
had like a yeah.
we literally had
Don't
a whole
scroll
conversation
past
about-
that. I know you want to keep things moving, but
So we sold some stuff. Yeah, and we want to buy a couple things. Something that we discussed out of this episode that we were thinking about picking up was a wand of neutralized poison. We also possibly discussed buying a scroll of delay poison communal as well, which I think might kind of, a little like ounce of prevention, yada, yada, yada situation. Just because neutralized poison, that's 4 boops versus one scrolly do. I didn't look up what that costs though. Like a true professional, like a consummate professional. So I should probably do that right now.
So a wand of neutralized poison is a lot of money.
What about a partial wand of neutralized poison?
That you could do. A full wand is 21,000 GP. Look,
Nope.
That is a fair amount of GP.
so you could do a partial, or you could get some scrolls.
Well, hold on 1 second. Let me do a little quick browser. Let's get a wand that has 10 charges for 4,200. Does that sound good? I mean, I know it's not like divisible by 4, but we could break it down to how much a charge is and buy one with like 12 if Sam's going to allow us or something like that. I don't really know how people feel about money.
Yeah. So we have, assuming we sell our
Let's buy
non-tech
one with
sellables, we have just over 11,000 gold.
Okay, it's 50/40 for a wand with 12
Before
on there because it's 420 a charge. Nice. So maybe we can do that, which means we can get all of us 3 times theoretically, and hopefully we won't even have it be that bad. And I'm going to look up how much a scroll of Delay Poison Communal is.
And we still have those 3 masks also for y'all, so that will hopefully help minimize the need for the neutralizing anywho.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. So, I mean, a Delay Poison Communal, like, scroll at its lowest level would be 375. And
It's not horrible. We could grab 2 or 3 of those.
And that's hour per level, and that's minimum caster level 5. So, like, we could literally grab 2 of those, possibly, and that inures us for an hour 15 each, twice. So 2 hours and 30 minutes each, which is a lot of adventuring time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I mean, like, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. So, Brixby learns emergency force sphere. Sorry, Sam.
Were you guys going to get a wand or of Cure Light?
I mean,
Or do you have sufficient healing with the boat?
I still also have a decent... Oh, wait, actually, no, I only have 11. Is that used, or how many I have left? Let me take one of these and see what that is. Oh, that's how many I have left. Okay, I do not have as many on there as I thought I did. We have the nanite gun, though.
yeah, I mean, by my count, I now have 6 canisters, unless I'm missing some. So that's like 60 cure mods.
But yeah, 6 canisters. Oh, wait, no, I have more than that. Nanite phase. I mean, we can talk about later, but I have in my sheet others.
Between those, like my lay on hands and Alwyn can cast,
I
roughly
have Cure
26
Light
cure
and
lights
Cure
a day.
Mod and on my thing, and as long as I'm not like using them for other stuff, I can cast quite a few times.
I think we'll be all right, he said famously,
Yeah.
preparing his backup character for level 8.
One of the nice things about both of the classes that I have is they don't get a lot of spells known, but they are swimming in spell slots.
Ammo, I have 122 metal cartridges left, 15 metal cartridges, and some regular bullets too if it really comes down beyond that.
Yeah,
if I need regular bullets, then there's always fabricate.
I get 8 level 1 spell slots a day for Cure Light Wounds and 6 level 2 for Cure Moderate Wounds a day. Like, I mean, total spell slots that I can use for some of those.
Yo, let's get a cart so we can stick Halloween in there and make stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm cool to move on. Honestly, we've done a lot of logistics and a lot of meta talk. Like, we can take our cart, we can take our stuff, and we can scoot boot. But, like, just wasn't sure if there was a thing that a smarter man in a proverbial sense could think of than me. Do we want to... Is there anything else that anybody wants? Is there anything else that we've brought up in the last, 12 episodes that, oh gosh, I wish we had this thing, besides the ability to release the Invisible Stalker from their eternal contract?
Yeah. I was going to say, what's a scroll of dispel? Or not dispel,
Dismissal is expensive, and it's also, again... I
was going to say, it's very expensive. Yeah.
Shopping's figured out, and at this point, it's early afternoon. You can put the town of Iadenveigh behind you and take off on your horse with your 4 horses, on your cart with your 4 horses pulling it, and head off the road to the east. The thing about the Smokewood is that it's not really a settled part of Numeria. Like, it's a dense set of woods, but it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So there aren't actually any roads that go there. So I'm going to need a little bit of a survival or knowledge geography if you want to actually navigate there.
Oh, yeah.
And since it's Asher rolling a fortitude save, I'm scared.
Did you say knowledge engineering? I'm just kidding. No. Only a 13 knowledge geography. Yeah, it's got some. When the sun starts getting lower on the horizon, it's right in your eyes. It's like, oh, come on. Probably isn't the most direct route.
Yeah, it's not a great route. I think you definitely do some wandering afield. It's 50 miles, but pulling a cart, you're not super fast, and without like really a direct line to there and no road to guide you. I'd say instead of taking 2 days, it's probably close to 3. So you pull up to the this thick, overgrown wood where it's probably too tight to bring in a cart and horses on the 17th of Rover, let's say, but early enough that you can have an adventure day.
And with the cart, that is now enough time that he can the final on that. That is an 18 on the die, so Alwyn now has bracers of armor.
Look at your fancy little arm warmers. They're so nice.
Thank you. I made them myself.
They're like fishnet, and they go around your thumbs and everything. That's so cool.
Thank you very much.
Headcanon, you look like a Slipknot fan in my head now. That's it.
So nothing hassles us, no random encounter weather table on our 3-day journey?
No, luckily things are nice and quiet this particular 3-day stretch.
We don't get murdered in our sleep by what's-her-name.
She hasn't appeared, and she's probably gone forever. She screamed obscenities and swore that she'd murder you all. You make it to the western edge of this densely overgrown, unsettled woodland where, there's a thick canopy and tangled underbrush. It just looks like it's really going to be fun to hike your way through there.
Are we close enough to actually see a tower?
No, it looks like it's a ways. I mean, you can probably see the puffs of smoke over
the smoke.
trees,
Yeah, I was going to say, do we see that? Yeah.
You could when you were farther away, so you can kind of tell that it's off to the southeast, but it's hard to say even how far.
So we have to leave the cart and start, but we can still be on our horses for now?
It's going to be tough to bring the horses in there.
You're right,
Okay.
so have Nathan set up watch for the horses and do a ball of safety.
Absorb all the other horses.
He just absorbs the other horses
Put 'em
and
in a
the
bubble.
cart into himself.
And, traipse
boy.
ahead. Or not.
knows
Are
the
we
deal by now.
traipsing? I'm going to traipse.
He drapes.
Yeah.
All right, Breakspeak gets punched.
Tactical
Oh.
traipse.
It
He's
doesn't
not
matter.
even first in line on the map, though.
Revolvers drawn, one in each hand. Does Kira have the bow, or is she going traipsing with a melee weapon?
Yeah, Kira's going to lead with the chainsaw. Just it's
No
it's
longer
what's most comfortable.
disguised or still.
The natural
Swapped,
enemy of a forest.
Oh yeah, the forest terrified. Yeah, still disguised just for funsies. I think it's Kira likes dogs.
All right.
now.
So as you all break your way through the initial wall of foliage, I would say a little bit of stumbling around. You can eventually see like a path where things have been smashed down a little bit. Looks like something's traveled to the point where the brush is thinner and there's more of a trail.
Just gonna keep heading forward until we hit this unlit area of forest.
I wonder why it's on. Sure. I didn't
Monsters.
set any. Did I use Fog of War? Did.
Looks foggy.
Fog of
Slip
War.
into the fog. Uh-oh.
Yeah, even if
Where's
we
this
go
turn
into it,
order
it's still
coming from?
unlit.
That was me clicking on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Roll against the darkness.
Sus.
So as you are heading down this trail, you do see a camp up ahead that looks like several really big tents, like the kind of tents that you would sleep in if you were much bigger than like a human, probably. And there's like a weird kind of fire in the middle, like a fire pit, but there's some weird metal thing in there that's rotating around. Do you want any perception checks as you come up? You're just gonna march up to
We'll
this
do some
campsite?
percepting.
What's
We
the,
can
what's the
percept
plan
a
here?
little. A little cash perception.
Cas perception.
That's 29 cash perception.
That's a pretty good cash perception.
Cash detect evil.
I got 25.
Well, a cash detect evil definitely detects a couple sources of evil in the general vicinity. And cash perception tells you that in a couple of these tents there's some kind of thing that's big. Might be kind of hard to say exactly what those big things are, but
Are they
something
in the
big
tents?
there.
Wow.
Yeah, they're in the tents. Those icons that you can see were not hidden
By the
properly
tents.
by someone who
Yeah,
mean, it
it's
makes
definitely
sense.
a tense situation.
These appear to be huge creatures and medium tents, so
Well,
Yeah,
I like to
these
imagine
guys
that
are
actually
totally
is the
intense.
size. Yeah.
this map
That-
is more of a kind of not to scale map.
No, that's the actual scale. The tent is like only covering their feet.
Yeah, it's a tiny baby tent for ants.
Excellent. Cool.
So do we want to hail it or do we want to sneak past? We detected evil, you said, right?
Have they detected us?
Yeah,
We
so
don't
they're
even know
coming-
it's there. We just know it's something big, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some kind of thing in there that nothing's come out.
Yeah. Maybe they're sleeping. Should we wake them up or should we just sneak by?
Maybe we try and sneak by, but also keep an eye on behind us. 'Cause they sound pretty large.
It's worth a shot. And I don't mean to be sizist, but I suspect that should they awaken, we'll likely hear them coming, and they're not likely to be as successful catching us unawares. We could just continue along the path.
Do you want to do stealth checks to sneak by this little camp?
Freaking love to. It's a 30 for Brimbo.
Brimbo, deadly silent.
I'm guessing you're probably on the disc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always.
Alwyn got a 21.
Alwyn's pretty sneaky too. But
He actually has a
Kira.
+5. That was just a very good roll.
You see? What are you doing with your hands right now? You're freaking me out.
The character with the chainsaw not being
It's
stealthy.
either very good or very bad.
It's a -3. Can you have a -3? Oh,
Yeah,
just stepped outside and started screaming.
man.
Well, that makes sense. You are
Apparently.
carrying a chainsaw.
I rolled a
That,
nat
as we've
20.
established in canon, is always running.
Yeah.
My nat 26 is about to be
Maybe everyone else
undone
can go by.
the
I'll just catch up.
the Smokewood Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, there's definitely some like rustling and like sounds of conversation, and then as you are all closing in on those tents around that fire, two 10-ish foot tall, brutish looking fun friends emerge from the tents, and they look confused for a moment there, and then one of them goes, Hey, we got little folk here. Another one goes, Little folk? What are little folk doing here? What are you little folk doing here? And they turn to you.
Hello.
Hi.
We're just
You're
one
very
big
big.
folk without our
Yeah.
trench coat.
Some of us are super tall, and one of us is fine.
Now, none of you look tall to me. You look little.
Well, we didn't mean to wake you up. We're just passing through. No need for, it to be a whole situation. You can go back to your rest, and we'll just continue on.
And we'll let you know if you see
Yeah, for
any
sure.
littler folk that us keep an eye out.
You don't want to go that way.
Why's that?
Well, there's big metal thing over there. It's gonna kill you.
Can you describe the metal thing?
It's big and metal, like way bigger than you, and it's got like kill, and make you dead real quick. Came out of the ground.
Was that the same thing that was saying that you guys are really small and weak? Is that the thing you're talking about?
I don't know. I don't remember it saying we were. It didn't talk. It just did like a kill you kind of thing.
He's just gonna keep looking at them and being like, "Can I even lie to someone this stupid?"
Yeah, I was wondering, like, is that what we're doing?
I heard they said you were so small.
Is that big metal ground-dwelling thing, was that protecting the tower, or just something you encountered in the forest?
They share a look, like, between them, and then the one that's doing most of the talking goes, I don't know nothing about no tower. Just, and then the other one hits it and then says, no, we know where the tower is. It's, you just gotta smash the metal thing. And then we can get you a tower if you want a tower. We know all about towers.
You want to come to the tower? Check the tower out? Oh, that's a good idea.
I sense that motif. 19.
Seems entirely possible that they might know about a tower, but it seems like maybe they have decided they do want you to fight that
we can all fight it together. Teamwork. Oh, I have stickers. You guys like stickers? I'm just gonna pull out the sparkliest things that I can find. Stickers, sparkliest stickers.
So you guys wanted us to show you how to smash something, right? That's what you were saying.
Oh, you can.
You guys,
if you want to smash a metal thing, you could smash a metal thing. I mean, we could smash a metal thing whenever we want, but like...
Can you?
But you don't want to.
No, we don't want to, because we're, so big, and you're so little, like, you got something to prove, or whatever, with a metal thing.
See, it sounds to me that two big gentlemen, such as yourselves, two big non-gender specific gentle people, such as yourselves, may have more to prove in the arena of Smashdom than four diminutive, tiny, insignificant travelers such as this.
No.
We're better.
No.
So you're saying we're better.
No, because we smashed two metal things before.
But we didn't see that.
No, you didn't, because you were you were slow. We were too fast.
You don't strike me as Super Smash Bros. But
They don't
maybe
strike me as
if you-
cowards either, do they? But
You
certainly not.
strike
Smash
me as,
Brothers,
like,
my friend here said.
Little mouse that's dumb.
That's true. You're
Yeah.
right. And please don't strike me, because I would suffer under your big, strikeable hand.
Well, maybe we'll
I mean-
kill you if you don't kill that robot. And maybe if you do kill the robot, we give you, like, big sword that can cut through metal, like, as a prize for being, like, almost as good as giants. Even though you're so little.
Kira was gonna attempt to intimidate them into submission, but also really wants to see that sword. Tricky one.
I mean, we can also
Our
get the
dad
sword if they die fighting a robot.
It's
could be
such a
buried
good sword,
somewhere.
You don't even know. It's like best sword.
could we see
If
it?
you have such a great sword, how come you're not using it to fight that big metal thing?
We killed like 7 metal things already, and we're bored.
But I believe my friend here actually had a very good point. He's not sure that you have the sword.
You don't have a sword. We got
We don't.
We
Right,
got
yeah, that's
a
why.
lot of sword.
But
Bigger.
Are you?
are you drunk?
You're-
You don't know. You're drunk.
Brixby like leans in a little bit and is just like,
Are you drinking coffee brandy at 8:30 a.m.?
Are you okay?
Show us the
You
sword.
people are clearly being very rude, and this is our house, and we're gonna just smash you and take your stuff and not give you a sword, or you could go kill the robot and then we give you a sword. That's the deal.
And you don't want to prove that you have the sword, right?
Sense that motive.
No, we'll prove it by smashing it into your brain.
A 23-cent motive. Is there a sword? Will they give it to us?
There's probably
Ah. Those jerks.
Why are you out here? Why? I mean, aside from the fact that you're clearly terrified of this large robot.
We're out here
What
to
has you?
eat your dumb rat head.
All right. Well, good point. And we're gonna go check out that robot, unless we had anything else to maybe touch on. Because
Does a... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go.
Yeah,
Please.
I was just going to say, does a 16 local tell me what these guys are? I assume they're hill giants, but I don't know entirely certain.
Yeah, they do appear to be
Okay.
hill giants with no sword.
Swordless hill giants.
It's the saddest.
I mean, do we get the idea that we could maybe trick them into fighting this thing, or are they just not going to go anywhere near this?
They seem to be unwilling to
Yeah.
approach the
Yeah,
middle
so,
thing.
yeah, it's not worth
Yeah,
it to keep
I think
trying
we-
to...
Nope.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
maybe a dip.
I mean, 30 minutes of bad radio,
Roll
but we
out.
could just either fight or move on.
Autobots. Waste time.
Thank you for serving your narrative purpose.
I get a shirt.
Oh, man. That really rattled my peanuts.
All right.
Yeah, so
Just, roll out.
let's go punch a robot.
Goodbye.
Right. Well, heading further into the woods while the hill giants watch you go. Eventually, a little further down the trail, you find a clearing in the woods where there are 4 burned out dead hill giants just like splattered about, and then standing sort of over all these bodies is just a delightful little friend here. Let's just pop this bad boy up on the screen.
Oh no.
It's a bipedal robot.
That's like a mech warrior.
It's an at. That is.
It stands about 10 feet tall, and it's crafted of some sort of strange, dull metal, and it's a bulky construct on stout, multi-jointed legs. It does not look like it's willing to have a conversation. It looks like it's about to attack.
It's a good thing that Alwyn cast mage armor while we were talking to those trolls.
I remember
or not
seeing that in
trolls,
the chat.
Hill giants.
I did type shield into the chat for the people
Yeah,
who are watching
yeah,
at home. I
and
cast
Brixby
mage armor
also
every morning.
screamed
How do you
shield.
not cast mage armor every morning?
I'm assuming
I
he
mean,
casts
we're-
in the morning. I just technically didn't say it. I guess I can say now. He casts mage armor every morning when he wakes up.
I literally just kill 2 level 1 spots from my disc and my mage armor every day because it's easier that way.
Sure. These all seem like very likely
bet.
stories. Very likely to be false. What did Brixby get on initiative?
You didn't say that this could have been a friendship roll. You didn't say to roll initiative. I was too busy. That's a 15 off the die for a 23.
Pretty fast. How about Asher?
Significantly slower. 7 off the dice for a 12.
Not fast. How about Alwyn?
Alwyn got a 10 on the die for a 17.
How about Kira?
I'd say 2 for a 7.
The thing is, this robot, if robot it may be, is it's going first in this combat, and it's just gonna fire off a couple range touch attacks. First one's gonna go at Kira because she's the farthest forward. That is going to be a 32 against ranged
What?
touch.
Oh,
what-
yeah, that'll do against my 10.
That's good. That's just 4 sonic damage. Really bad roll. Now let me just see if anything happens.
Sure.
Just check. No, nothing weird happens. All right, and then it's just gonna fire a second shot. It's gonna fire at Asher because he's the second closest. significantly worse roll. That is a 20 versus flat-footed.
Yep, that is still hits.
A 5 sonic damage. Also a bad damage roll. Right? Brixby, you're the first to party up.
All right. Brixby, looking about his friends, is going to... Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff that I could do here. But there's only one thing that really makes sense. So he's going to pull out a little kind of shaving of the natural product, crumble it in his hands, blow it towards his allies, and y'all have haste.
Yay, haste.
So that's that. And Brixby is gonna honestly take a 5-foot step back. He doesn't need to be that close. True wizard.
All right. Halloween.
Oh.
Speedy. Oh, what?
Sorry. Knowledge engineering, please. Because, again, my rat is smarter than I am.
Go for
Assuming that it is not just a hill giant wearing a bunch of tinfoil.
it. It might
I'm gonna
be
roll this.
non-trivial chance.
Not 120 plus 5. I know what that is. All right. That's an 11 off the die for a 27.
Just barely identifies this creature as a warden robot, a dangerous guardian robot, often found protecting sealed vaults or patrolling ancient buried corridors. They carry out their orders with ruthlessness and zeal, usually offering no warning before attacking a perceived threat. They technically have had some success in controlling these robots, but usually they're just down in the wild. Sadly, he didn't roll well enough to get any questions there.
Totally fair.
It's a warden robot. It shoots things with little provocation and apparently guards something. I hope that helps. Go fast.
Okay, Alwyn, first thing is this construct that are normally immune to these things is going to make me a save. Will save, please.
Oh, 14.
That is a fail. Your robot is confused for 1 round. Then Alwyn is going to retreat to the whatever direction this is. This is the west. I know my directions. And just kind of hang out over with Brixby about another 20 feet or so to the west here.
All right.
That will be his turn.
Price is right me by going $1 further away than I did. That's very slick.
Asher.
Asher was planning on, shooting it a lot, but now it's confused. And if I do that, that just means it's going to target me. So I think I'm just going to shoot it anyway. That's fine. I can take some
you could use
hits.
this round to switch your bullets out or something if that takes
Or
an action.
grab
I
the
don't know if it
thing.
does.
Do you want the thing?
It definitely, it's a free action, but to reload, but I don't know what the action would be to dump the rounds out of the gun. So for this round, I'll just deal with the 48 hardness. I will roll my own knowledge engineering, knowing that it is highly unlikely that I can get high enough to even get one question, but maybe.
Yeah, the highest I can roll is lower than Zach got, so.
Yeah, natural 1. Total of a 14, moving right along. Going to spend a grit point and a swift action to focus aim, and then fire off, thanks to haste and rapid shot, 4 bullets. Mundane, unfortunately, but deadly aimed nonetheless.
One question before you start shooting. What distance would you say you're standing from the robot? This is kind of a weird map with weird proportions.
The center mass is about 25 feet, but from the edge of his giant token, I'm 20 feet.
Okay, so before you shoot, can you just roll me a fortitude save real quick? There is this weird sound just constantly coming from this thing, and it sucks.
They all.
Pretty bad roll, only a 19.
Alright, you're fine.
Oh, good. We're gonna go Alpha, Fennec, Legendary Pants, working to get marks. it matters. All right. Nat 20 on the first one.
Okay. Nat 20 is interesting.
Thanks. Yeah, that is 28 thanks to rapid shot and deadly aim. I'll roll to confirm it,
Okay.
and then I'll move on with the other rolls. I'll just do the confirm real quick.
Well, after you confirm, we'll pause there.
Okay, only a 17 against touch to confirm.
All right, that will confirm. Can you do me a favor and bounce D100? Higher is better.
Sure. It seems like it might be fortified in some way.
It seems like it could be.
Oh, you said higher is better? Did you mean lower? Because I only rolled a 28.
Well, 28 still crit.
Yes. Awesome. Happy with that outcome. I'm gonna keep that in mind, and then roll my other 3d20. Yeah, the next one should hit. It's a 26 against touch.
That will hit.
Ooh, high off the dice, even though it's at the lower BAB. So a 22 against touch, I know hits. Ooh, probably not on the last one though. Only a 12.
No, 12 won't do it.
Okay, so we're looking at 4. So crit and 3 hits, so that's going to be 7d8 plus 42. Nope. Sorry, that's not right. Because of the focused aim, it's much better. It is, because it's 11, so it's 7d8 plus 77.
Okay,
I'm happy. Even with its hardness, do I need? I guess you'll just take a bunch off the top.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the softest little robot. Big soft.
So that is 102 points of damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. It's not dead.
Did all of that appear to go through from what we can see?
No, they definitely missed some hardness. I'm doing math.
I assume that it has DR because it's a robot, but you never know. Or not DR.
All right. Yeah,
Hardness.
It's still standing. It's got that hardness. That did a lot of damage to it.
Like it might be vulnerable to crits.
It doesn't seem to be vulnerable to crits in the way that some robots you've seen are, but that was still like infinity hit points.
Vulnerable to triple-digit damage. Oh no, my only weakness.
Oh no, my only weakness, bullets.
Hundreds
How did you
of points
know?
of damage.
How did you know that you could harm me with massive amounts of violence?
Yeah, Asher feels like he did some good damage there. He's just gonna stand put, not do a 5-foot step, so he stays within a good range. But yeah, we'll just leave it to Kira to finish it off.
All right, Kira, how about a fortitude save at the start of your turn before
we
you get any
decided
free?
not using this dice. Well, probably shouldn't use that dice either. That is a... Why do they do this? Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. Wait for it. That's worse. That's a 6, 13, 19. Great.
19's pretty good. Kira's
Cool.
fine. Take your
Here's
turn.
hasted. Let's see. I'll start with raging, and I've asked this before, so I'm sorry for asking again. Can I pull out a weapon and cast... Actually, let's wait on it. You know what? Let's wait, because I feel like if we get another crit, we'll be fine. So I'm going to say I will pull out a weapon and then move. I can do that because I'm hasted, right?
Yeah,
Great.
you
I will
can
pull
pull it
out as
out
part of the move. I will pull out the adamantine sword, great sword, as part of the move. And I'm just going to shimmy right on up to this guy. There are no squares here, right? Is that no came out of movement?
Right.
Cool. And I'm gonna hit it. It was only slightly better. Let's see. 10 off the die for... This is Ethel. A 25 to hit. Cool.
25 hits.
That'll be 36. And... what did I just say? This is Ethel? Yeah. So, 39 points? 39 points of damage. on, what is that? Slashing, stabbing. Yes.
See, Ethel is adamantine, correct? That's mean. This robot looks like so horribly hurt, very upset. Oopsie, yeah, it totally is vulnerable to crits and it was dead.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay.
The robot
Yay,
explodes.
team.
It just black smoke
Like
comes pouring
flavor
out of this
explodes,
thing.
right?
Well, yeah, black
Death
smoke
threats.
comes pouring out of this thing as it collapses to the ground. It has a lot of internal explosion.
Oopsies all around.
So instead of the real number of 89, it did like 133.
And I helped.
Yeah. As I looked over and saw vulnerability to electricity, my eyes hit those vulnerable to critical hits. How did I look right at that line? It wasn't there. Clearly, I need to go to bed.
Oh,
So I thought,
tricky. Good night,
Sam.
Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Dump.
Screw off,
Okay.
Warden Robot.
Good night, Hill Giants.
I need to go feed this cat before she murders me. Excellent job, team. Way to go.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Hot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
You found a ghost in there.
it was
Yeah, cool, kind. You know what? No, never mind. Person playing me just wants to take a nap. Cut that whole thing out.
Nope.
No.
That's going to be a good drop. There's a ghost in there.
you surprised the GM.
That's the problem. Your water was haunted. You never thought to ask.
Turns out you had ghosts.
Water's haunted.
It's just
Always was.
Bad case of ghosts.
Ghosts in the blood and the water.
Do cocaine
well.
about it.
Oh,
I don't. How do I
what?
do
It's less foggy.
a reveal?
You've
I think you
I've been
revealed.
revealed.
I don't
No,
know how to
hillbillies.
reveal. Did I do it?
There's
Okay.
oh boy.
two people that look like they love it in the hay.
what?
We somehow managed to heal Kira without having to expend any spell slots. Weird.
So handy.
Congratulations, Kira. You're not hurt.